All right, Robert Griffin III, after that game, a tough loss at the Meadowlands, the New York Giants victorious. And before Mike Richman talks about the Redskins and Pittsburgh Steelers, man, that was one for the ages in terms of ebb and flow, roller coaster of emotions at the Meadowlands.
Oh, it was. It was such an emotional game. Just about RG3. I mean, not only the Redskins, but the NFL's never seen anybody like him. I mean, this guy is so talented, running, passing. He is going to revolutionize this game.
Now, let me tell you something before we get to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I said months ago, after the Redskins had drafted Robert Griffin III, you have not seen the likes of someone like this since Sammy Baugh. I racked my brain. Young player coming out of college to light the league up. Was I right?
Well, yes, since Baugh with his arm. Now, I want to say there was a guy named Frankie Filchak, who was another quarterback for the Redskins, passer in the single wing, I should say. Great passer, great runner. He was Baugh's replacement or backup at the time.
Right.
And he was more like RG3, I would say. Baugh more with his passing, Filchak with the dual capabilities.
You're comparing Robert Griffin III to Frankie Filchak?
No, in terms of their diverse skills.
Now, that's a perfect segue. Filchak, a former Steeler, and there's been a few Steelers over the years that have come to the Redskins and been successful.
Right. First, Filchak. He was drafted by the then Pittsburgh Pirates in 1938, and the Redskins paid for him during that season. Came to the Skins, a great, like I said, great runner and passer. Played here for 5.5 seasons, and then he went to the New York Giants. And then Bill Dudley.
Bill Dudley.
Had his greatest seasons with the Steelers, and then played for the Lions. Came here in the early 50s, and was still Bullet Bill Dudley, multi-dimensional. Talking about that.
Great player.
Offense,
Great
defense,
player.
Special teams. And then Roy Jefferson.
Sweet pea.
Now one of the 10 for 80.
That's right. All right, Steelers-Redskins rivalry. They don't play very often, but there's a ton of history here.
Well, going back to the 1970 merger, yeah, well, yes, going way back, they have played a lot. But back to the 1970 merger, they have not played a whole lot. Steelers have won 6 of the last 9, and 4 straight. The Redskins' last win was in 1991. Great Redskins season. Beat the Steelers 41-14 to go 11-0 that year. Next week, we lost to the Cowboys, breaking that streak. It was probably the best thing to happen to us that year. You look at the Patriots a few years ago. You know, then we went on to win Super Bowl 26.
Redskins lead the all-time series, 42 wins, 31 losses, 3 ties. We'll hear a whole lot more about this game coming up in the coming days here on Redskins Nation. But, Mike, you've got those books. They're running out. How does a fan get one of the great books you've written?
Thank you, Larry. Yes, RedskinsHistorian.com. Go to my website. I am running out of copies of the Redskins Vault. A great collector's item. Get it for the holidays. Also, the Redskins Encyclopedia, most comprehensive journalistic account of the Redskins ever.
Wow, and he wrote the book, so he is on point with that. Thank you, Mike Richman. Up next, the Fan Forum on Redskins Nation.